Journey with Jesus, Day 35. Healing a Paralyzed Man. Who can forgive sins but God alone? This is the lengthiest account we have been asked to read so far. I want to remind you that there is no substitute for reading the Word of God. Please don't just listen to these reflections and think you heard the message the Lord has for you. I am not inspired in any way the biblical authors were. My words are far from inerrant and probably contain many errors. The Bible is the Word of God only in the sense that the eternal Word of God, Jesus, speaks to us through them. Of all the scriptures, of course, the Gospels are the clearest manifestation of that mystery because they include many of the actual words of Christ. St. Jerome said, "Ignorance of scriptures is ignorance of Christ." I say that every Christian needs to know the Gospels intimately if they want to know Christ. That is the whole purpose of this journey. Rather than try to provide some explanation, as I usually do, I want you to look for the similarities and differences in the three versions yourself. For example, similar but not exact verses to consider include Matthew chapter 9, verse 2, Mark chapter 2, verse 3, and chapter 2, verse 5, and Luke chapter 5, verse 18, and chapter 5, verse 20. Ask yourself, how did Matthew and Luke change Mark's original? Some unique verses to consider include Luke chapter 5, verse 17, Mark chapter 2, verse 2, and Matthew chapter 9, verse 8. Ask yourself, why did each evangelist include that verse while the others didn't? I'd like to hear your thoughts.